Hello, and welcome to another episode of Ready Check with Mox, the mini-series where I talk about one current TI player per episode, tell you who they are, what team they're playing for, a little bit about their history and why they might look or sound familiar, why you should care, and any other fun facts or stories that I find out along the way. Today's episode features a very special player, a mid laner, to be exact, considered one of the best in the world, but also one of the quietest mid laners I think that we find here in Dota 2, and that is NothingToSay. So if you guys are ready, we can learn about NothingToSay. NothingToSay is the mid laner for Xtreme Gaming. His real name is Cheng Jing Xiang, and he's 25 years old, hailing from Malaysia. His username is catchy, but when asked, he says it doesn't have any particular symbolism or mean anything. But while his username history is nothing to say about, he has earned the nickname Responsibility God in the Chinese Dota 2 scene. The nickname was inspired by the Spider-Man Uncle Ben speech where he says, "With great power comes great responsibility." However, translated, this is more, the more power you have, the more responsibility you have in Chinese. When he was playing with LGD minus Ame and Xinkyu, the Chinese community believed he was needing to do too much to win games. They viewed him as the most important player on the team and the one that would carry the game to victory, hence Responsibility God. His other nickname is Mo Yan, which is a highly respected Chinese writer that won the Nobel Prize in Literature. His name literally means don't speak, which honestly fits NothingToSay really well personality-wise and is also very similar to his actual username. NothingToSay began playing in cyber cafes when he was in secondary school. He describes himself as being super quiet and polite, letting his teammates take charge. In an interview later on in his career, he confirms he hasn't changed really at all, saying that he usually lets his teammates do the talking and is the last one to speak. He stated he's a quiet person who loves cats, sleeping, and loves hot pot. He began his professional career in 2017, debuting with the team Reverse Heaven during the TI 2017 qualifiers. After that, he would play on many teams, including WG Unity, GeekFam, eHome, PSG LGD, LGD Gaming, Invictus Gaming, G2IG, Team Tidebound, just so many teams, until he landed with Xtreme Gaming in 2025. During his time on Team Tidebound, he played with Shiro, who he says is the player he dislikes playing the most against in pubs. NothingToSay's signature heroes are Tinker, Ember Spirit, and Primal Beast. His Tinker playing is considered some of the best in the world, and it will always cause the crowd to get super excited whenever it's picked for him. He's also considered one of the best Ember players in the world. NothingToSay is an exceptional mid player, and you can find so many of his highlights online. I've actually linked a few below, but like I said, you can look this guy up and you will get no shortage of clips. So the obvious reason of why you should cheer for NothingToSay is that he's one of the best mid players in the world. The other reason, though, that you could cheer for NothingToSay is because he's just a really quiet guy who loves Dota 2. Now think about it. This is a guy who has constantly been hailed as like one of the best players in the mid lane by professional players, by talents, by different, news articles. And despite all of that, he's very quiet. He makes incredible plays in that mid lane, but he's not flashy. When he talks about, giving input on teams, he's usually the last one to chip in and chime in with any sort of feedback or suggestions or whatnot. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, it is so crazy, because if you've ever played a pub in Dota 2, you know how hard it is to find yourself someone who does not have an ego. And this guy, again, one of the best mid laners in the world, doesn't seem to have even like the littlest scent of having a huge ego or being pretentious. And that's incredible to me. So I'm definitely going to be cheering for NothingToSay this TI. And with that, you're ready to cheer for NothingToSay with me.